I'm not fighting with the volume. And so I'm just happy to be here. Let's bring our feet together at the top of the mat. And I want you to stand literally in this moment. I want you to feel the mat beneath you. I want you to lift your heart up high, lift your head up high. And just in this moment, find your breath. The breath is what brings us into present time. When we turn our attention to the breath and we actually pay attention to the movement of the breath into the body and back out, we actually bring ourselves into present time. And that's a practice that is really important for all of us as we navigate our lives. Because I think we're always missing moments. Time flies, we say it all the time. And so this is an opportunity for you to spend 1 full hour completely in your moments. And so I want you to really focus on that breath. I want you to feel each one as it comes in and it goes out. And then we're going to make the secondary part of this practice the movement. And the movement is equally as important because I believe that the movement is what heals our bodies, and it's what gives us a relationship with our past. Every experience we've ever had is somehow in our bodies. It's embodied in our tissues. And so the movements help us work out through the past. The things that were stored in our memories, in our cells. And in the end of the practice, when we lay in our stillness and we have our meditation, that's our opportunity to clear the space and see the possibilities for the future. So how amazing is that we could come out to the park and breathe and move and then just sit still a little bit, and we can kind of assess our lives. We can readjust our relationship with time. This is a tremendous gift. And so I want you to do this practice in a way that you know it means more than just stretching your hamstrings today. I want you to breathe and move with some purpose, like you know it's healing you in the many layers of who you are. So really stand with those feet on the ground and your heart up high, your collarbones wide. And when you are ready, I want you to take a big deep breath and reach up to the sky. And as you exhale, forward fold. Let's just fold right in. Bow your head humbly and just feel your body. Come halfway up as you inhale. Look a little bit forward. And then fold again, please. Exhale. On the inhale, let's rise all the way up. Push through your feet, reach your arms to the sky, and then exhale, hands right to the heart. Nice. Inhale, arms reach again. Stretch up. Exhale and forward fold. Just feel what's going on in your body. Take a deep breath. Look a little forward. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, rise all the way up. It's just a little half vinyasa. And then we draw the hands to the heart. Last time, just like that. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale and fold. Lift and lengthen. Inhale, breath and movement in sync. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way to standing. Let's push down as we reach high. And then bring your hands right to your heart. We're going to move on. Everybody's moving beautifully. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold. Lift and lengthen on your in-breath. And then step back. Plank pose. We're going to hold here for a moment because it's an opportunity for you to organize your body and for you to feel your proportions. Hands under shoulders. The toes are bent. You feel nice and strong in your legs. It's almost like you can spread your fingers out really wide and make big handprints. And the hands squeeze a little toward each other so you can keep your chest wide. And then let's very slowly lower forward and down. Take it to the belly. Nice. Inhale into cobra. Legs feel long and strong behind you. Exhale, release. We're going to do that again. Cobra pose. Inhale. Keep the tops of your feet on the floor. Widen your chest. Soften your elbows. The hips should be on the mat. Exhale, release. It's a little tiny baby back bend where your back feels strong and your spine feels like it's opening. So a little back bend. Inhale, cobra. Bring the elbows in, open up the chest. And then exhale, release. And gently move into downward facing dog. Spread those fingers wide. I want to see really good handprints. Lift your hips high. Make a little space in your body. As you feel the sensations of your body, know you're working through your past. As you breathe, you are in your present moment. All of it's really important. This is how, somehow, magically, mystically, the yoga changes our lives. Take one last breath. And then look at your hands. Let's jump, step, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale and lengthen. Come halfway up. Exhale and fold, please. And then inhale, come all the way up. Push through your feet, reach those arms up to the sky, and then bring your hands right to your heart center. Again, inhale, arms reach. Exhale and fold, just breathing and moving, knowing there's more to it. Inhale, lengthen. Step, step back and lower. On the same exhalation this time, we're going to get in a flow. Inhale one time in cobra, and then exhale back into down dog. That's how we do it. That is our vinyasa, breath and movement in sync. The moments in the stillness, when we hold the poses, are an opportunity for you to focus more deeply on the breath work, to feel the sensations of the body, and to meet yourself exactly where you are. Last breath here, and then look at your hands. Let's jump, step, or walk to the top of the mat. Come halfway up, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Inhale, rising all the way up. Reach those arms up high, stretch to the sky, and then hands come to your heart. One more time, inhale, arms reach. Exhale and fold. Let's do it like we mean it. Lift and lengthen, inhale, heart soars forward. Exhale, go to plank and lower all the way down to the belly, empty your lungs. Inhale for cobra, little back bend, strong and mighty. Exhale, downward facing dog. Five breaths. Enjoy every single one. It's a privilege to have time to sit back and breathe. To feel yourself breathing like it's good to be alive. Stretching the body. Healing the tissue. Regenerating. Detoxifying. Let's take one last breath now. And then look forward. Jump, step, or walk to the top. Do it your way. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, please fold. And then inhale all the way up. I love the way you're moving. Stretch high. And then draw it right into your heart center. So good. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees. We're going to take it up a notch. That's it. And you can have enthusiasm in your movements, even if my voice can't be as enthusiastic as it normally would be about chair pose. You can still do it with some vigor. There's something about the teachings of yoga. They teach us about tapas, about bringing heat, about having vigor and zest, about what we're doing with our practice. So we want to do it with a good attitude. We want to give it all that we've got. It's amazing what happens when we feel like we're actually doing our best. It translates into our life. It's not just about what happens on the mat. It's about how this changes us so that we live differently when we step out of the park. Go ahead, push through your feet, come to standing. This time stretch back a little bit. And then exhale, bring your hands right to your heart. Inhale, chair pose, do it again. Arms reach, sit back. This time exhale, fold, forward fold. Lift and lengthen on your inhale. Step, step back and lower, just like we did before. Moving through your vinyasa. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, take it back, down dog. And now we're gonna step the right foot forward, turn the left foot flat, and come into your first warrior one. Very nice. I'm gonna ask you to drop your arms by your sides and just focus on your feet for a moment. I want you to know that both feet have a role here. You need to feel like you're standing in both of them. And then with your feet really fully grounded, can you then turn your hips a little more forward? That means the left one comes forward and the right one pulls back. And then with everything that you've got, can you bring your heart and chest and face your heart forward? Yes. Now you guys look like warriors. On your inhale, give me that full expression. Reach the arms up, take a breath, and then exhale, let's flow it out. Hands down, step back, lower yourself slowly. Inhale into cobra, small and mighty. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same thing on the other side. The left foot steps, the right foot turns in. You can come up in your full expression, but I'm going to pull you right back out of it. Because sometimes I think there's drama in that. I want you to actually let your arms drop and just get focused on your body, focused on articulating the movements. There's nothing more important than building the foundation in your poses. So both feet have a role here. You're working with both of them consciously. Your hips are going to face a little more forward. Bring the left one back, the right one forward. It's not going to happen perfectly, but we want to move toward that. And then lift the chest. Yes, make your spine tall. The more you lengthen up, the less compression there is in the lower spine, and that's what we want. We want spaciousness, groundedness. Now give me your full expression. Inhale, reach the arms. Good. Exhale, flow it out. Hands down, step back, and lower. Inhale, cobra. Beautiful job. Exhale, down dog. There are a lot of people here today. Excuse me. All right, so how do we express the best down dog? How do we use this pose to serve our bodies in some way? How do we move the breath through the shape of this pose? This is the yoga, my friends. Spread your fingers, lift your hips high. Feel a little stretch in your legs. Let's take one last breath here together. And then look forward, jump, step, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Good. Bend your knees, chair pose. Everybody has a really good attitude about chair today. I can see it. Come on up to standing. Stretch out. Draw your hands to your heart. We're going to take that vinyasa one breath per movement, so it's going to be in one big, beautiful flow. You know all the poses, and I'm going to cue it. So here we go. Inhale, chair pose. Bend those knees, reach your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen on your inhale. Step, step back, and lower. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, back to down dog and step into warrior. Right foot steps, left foot turns. Build your foundation first, and then give me those arms. On your exhale, bring it down. Hands down, step back, and lower. Working with your breath. Inhale while you take your cobra, and exhale all the way back to down dog. Here comes the left foot steps. Right foot turns flat. Feel the foundation, and then rise into your fullest expression. Exhale, let's flow it out. Hands down, step back, and lower. Inhale for cobra, and then exhale back into downward facing dog. Very nice. 5 breaths. I'm going to give you 5 breaths so that you can explore your body and tune into this moment. inhale, push back a little. And then exhale, as you look forward, bring your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees. Here comes chair pose. Good, I like what I see. Let's bring our hands to heart and stay in that chair pose. A little twist, right elbow to left knee. Spinal twist. Very good. Do you have the same weight on both feet? Some of us lean a little heavy into one on this pose, so I want you to check back with your foundation. Know that every time we change the shape, new sensations come up, and that is your way of working out the experiences, the thoughts, the memories that are stored in your tissues. Don't be afraid to drop your hips just a touch. Open your heart a little wider, and then forward fold and let it go. Yeah, release it. Feel it release. Be a little soft in between. Maybe sway a little side to side. Now, when you're ready on that next inhalation, we're going to bend our knees and come into chair pose again. Preparing for spinal twist on the other side. The hands come to the heart, and we twist left elbow outside of the right knee. And so I want you to actually take your attention inward. I want you to feel how you're articulating the pose. Don't think so much about how it appears on the outside. Let's see if we can work from an inner knowing that we're working in balance. We feel the same weight in both feet. We feel the hips dropping down. And feel the pressing of the hands so we can open our chest. The spine feels long and it's rotating beautifully. Take one last breath here. And then go ahead, let it go. Forward fold and really let it release. Let the head down. Whatever it takes for you to let go here. Soften your jaw, soften your eyes. You can even release and let your arms hang. And then on your next inhale, fingertips on the shins, come halfway up, lengthen your spine. And then exhale and fold. We're gonna end with chair pose, nice and strong, right there in the middle. Push through your feet, come to standing, reach up for the sky. And then bring your hands right to your heart. Good. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale and fold. Lift and lengthen on your inhale. Step back to plank and lower. Inhale, cobra, and then exhale back into downward facing dog. Let's take the right foot and step forward, and I want you to stay on your left toes and keep your hands down. So just step forward for a lunge. And then you're gonna root that left hand down into the mat and give me a beautiful twist open to the right side. That's it. Now, if you would, I want you to think about lifting your left knee a little bit and lifting your left hip a little bit so that side of the body becomes a little more sturdy. And then fearlessly, go ahead and try bending a little bit into your right knee so you come down a little lower. Now I want you to bend your right elbow and wrap your arm behind your back. Let your forearm kind of rest on your back. Maybe the back of your hand even wraps around your hip or touches onto your lower spine. And then as you push that right hand into your own body, can you open your right shoulder even more? Yes. That's it. I want you to keep that shoulder head back. Keep your chest open and your collarbones wide. Give me one more breath right there. And then exhale, just release your hand down. Take a big step back right into downward facing dog. Let your head hang for a moment. Let's all take a nice big collective inhale. And then let out a big old ah on the exhale. And we'll take that on the other side. So left foot steps up. So we're going left lunge. Right hand is going to stay rooted down. And we're going to take that twist open to the left side. And we'll do the same prep work. It's foundation building, right? We're making sure that that base of the pose is solid first, that we have our alignment and our structure so we can get a better full expression of the pose. So right knee lifts, right hip lifts, and left one bends and comes in a little deeper. Yeah, that's it. Make sure that your back foot is up high. Lift your heel up. Yeah, turn it. There you go. Better? All right, let's wrap the left arm around behind your back. And just push your hand into your body so you have the opportunity to really open that left chest. Open your left shoulder. Turn your gaze up. If your chin feels like it's jamming toward your chest, draw the head back a little bit. The spine is always happiest in rotation if it's long. Take one last breath. And then go ahead, release your hand down and take a big giant step back into your down dog. You can skip all of those goodies in between. Hips are high, breath is flowing free. Let's inhale together and then open mouth, and out. Nice work. Push back a little and then look forward. Let's jump, step, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose. Nice, lift your chest, reach high, biceps pull back near the ears if possible, and then keep reaching. Push through your feet, come up to standing, come all the way up. Hands come to the heart. Good, inhale, arms reach. Sorry. Let's drop the right arm down by our sides. And keep that left arm reaching high. Now bend the right elbow and put your forearm behind your back. Just like we did before. We're just going to press the arm into the back body, somewhere into your lower back. Not so high. We don't have to bring it up into the mid-back, but just keep it low. And then draw that right shoulder back. Keep the collarbones wide and give me a little crescent stretch over to the right. I want you to focus on keeping that chest plate wide open, keeping the collarbones wide. Tip the ears back so you're looking more upward and you're reaching with your fingers. I want those left fingers reaching. There's a real effort to elongate the left side body here. Take one last breath. Now keep the collarbones wide, but take the right arm and reach out parallel to the floor. There we go. A little strength, a little flexibility. Heart wide open, breathing free. On your next inhale, push into your feet and rise up. Then wrap the left arm around behind your back. Do it with the intention that you're opening the chest and drawing the shoulder head back. And then give me a little stretch to the left side. Stay nice and wide across your collarbones and keep breathing. There's a real intention here to create space in the right side of your body. So the feet press, the fingers reach, maybe even the eyes go up. Make sure it feels good. This is you working through the past. I don't know what made that right side body tight. You probably don't know what made that right side body tight, but let's make it free. Let's make it open. Take a breath. Good. On your next inhalation, push through your feet and reach up. Oh, reach out. Sorry, I forgot. Left arm out, not up. Wouldn't want to miss that. We love the moments that actually make us feel pretty fierce. It's nice to feel strong. Now, on an inhale, push through your feet and rise up. Exhale, your hands right to your heart. Good. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale and fold. Lift and lengthen on your in-breath. Step back and lower as you exhale. Moving through a vinyasa. Inhale for cobra. Take your time. Breath and movement. Exhale, down dog. Now the right foot steps up. Stay on your left toes. And we're going to come to a high crescent lunge. So you set your foundation and then you come on up. Just one breath coming up. And then if you would, turn to the left and do warrior two. So there's a lot of different things going on in Warrior 2. We just changed the rotations of the hips, but I want you to go back to the basics. I want you to go back to feeling the foundation. Both feet have a roll, both legs have a roll. Somehow we get twisted up in the upper body sometimes here. So let's take that left arm, bend the elbow and wrap it around behind your back. Feel the left shoulder pull open. Feel the upper body. Feel the chest plate open. So you're leaning forward, yes. And as you pull back in that left shoulder, can you also open the right knee a little bit out toward the pinky toe? Let's see if we can sink in just a touch. And then hold all of that, but release that left arm back out. There you go. A little spaciousness. To me, the spaciousness is the evidence that the tension is leaving. That is what we're looking for. In some of your body parts right now, it might feel like the tension is building. And that's actually a good thing too, because as soon as we release the pose, all of that buildup is going to let go. So I'm going to ask you for one breath to bend that front knee and go down in there a little bit deeper. And then on your next inhale, straighten your legs and reach your arms to the sky. Yeah, you can say it. Some of you made a face. Wouldn't it be better to make a sound? And then open your arms like wings. Just stretch them out wide and give me triangle pose. The legs remain straight. We tip over to the right. Right hand goes to the shin, left arm to the sky. And just keep breathing. Let your body open up. Breath keeps you in present time. The movement in the body continues to help you with your relationship with the past. Can we open the chest a little more? Can we lengthen and create a little more space? Go ahead, bend that left elbow, wrap your arm behind your back. Feel the shoulder head move back and the collarbones widen. Give yourself the best opportunity here to widen, open, create space. And then on your inhale, release the arms straight back up. Push even more into your left foot and rise back up to standing. That's it. Bend the front knee, touch warrior. All right, one more breath. And then with all the grace you can muster, let's put our hands down on the earth, pivot up on our left toes, and take a vinyasa. Step back and lower. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, down dog. All right, same thing on the other side. Left foot steps up. Stay on your right toes for the transition. We come to high crescent lunge. And then just building that foundation, you're going to turn open to the right, turn the back foot flat, and build your foundation for warrior 2. The left knee is bending, the right one is straight. And I want you to actually notice that you're standing up straight, standing up tall. And just like we've been doing, let's play with the idea that that right arm could just wrap around behind the back. It will help us to open the right shoulder back. Yeah, I want you to really face the right. Keep the chest wide open. Yeah, it feels really good. Open wide. And as you feel the right shoulder pulling back, can you encourage your left knee to move out towards your pinky toe? And again, you're just creating space, like just making yourself feel a little bigger. Once the chest is open wide, release the right arm. Try to hold that space across the chest. Keep feeling the work you're doing on the right side body, but take your eyes to the middle finger on your left hand. Look out past the middle finger. And if you have it in you, just to cook it just a little bit more, can you bend the front knee and just touch in just a little bit? Good. I know you're ready to come out. So on a big inhale, reach the arms, straighten your legs. So good. Arms open wide, and we move to triangle pose. Left arm down, right arm up. Everything is straight. The legs are straight, the arms are straight, the spine is straight. Are you breathing? Are you fully in this moment? Are you allowing yourself to feel? Make sure your front foot is turned out. and that your chest is open wide. Look up at your fingers. Reach up for the sky. There you go. We're going to wrap that right arm behind the back. Try to open the shoulder. Open the chest. Widen the collarbones. Do your best here to really open up. So sometimes putting the arm behind makes the shoulder round forward. We want to do the complete opposite of that. We want to actually pull the shoulder head back. Pull the head back. Yes. And then hold that space as you release your arm back up. We're going to push into the right foot strongly. Inhale, rise. Bend that front knee and return to warrior two. Take one more breath. And then with grace, let's flow it out. The hands go down. Pivot onto your back foot. Step back and lower. Inhale, cobra pose. Make it small and mighty. Exhale, release back into downward facing dog. So how are you guys feeling? Yeah, you good? Take one more breath. Push back just a little bit. Good. And then I want you to walk your hands to the back of the mat. Walk back to your feet. Good. Grab your opposite elbows. Yep, grabbing opposite elbows. The forearms just hover over the mat. Now, I want you to bend your knees about 90 degrees and start lifting those forearms forward. Your gaze can go toward the middle or the front edge of your mat, and I want you to keep lifting those forearms a little bit higher. The elbows are still bent. You're still holding opposite elbows, and you're trying to lift your forearms a little higher than your head. Feel the collarbones widen. Feel the strength of your upper back. I know right now you can't stop thinking about your legs, but I don't want you to think about your legs. The legs are strong. The legs are the strongest muscles in your body. Let's see if we can lift those elbows a little higher. The upper body muscles, the small ones, those are the ones that tend to be a little weaker. Let's work on strengthening those. Take a breath, lift just a touch more, and then exhale, fall, flow it out. Let the head down, let the arms go, let the shoulders relax. You can shake your head gently yes or gently no in case the neck got a little stiff. And you know, in yoga, we're always looking to do everything in balance. So we're going to grab opposite elbows again, but do it the other way. Do it the way that feels weird. Opposite hand on top. And then bend those knees. And come right back into that same pose. Show me what you got here. Feel the weight in your feet. Sit the hips back. Those knees should be bent 90 degrees, and your feet should be about hip distance apart. Don't try to do it with your feet together. It's way too hard on the low back. That's it. Can we lift the forearms just a touch? I love what I see. You guys are awesome. There's some determination. Make your spine long. Imagine your chest could reach out into the middle of the mat. Give me one more breath here. And then fold in, let it go. Yeah, let it go. Now, this is gonna feel so good, so I wanna make sure that you make it feel so good. You're gonna bend your knees a little and tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Push down into your feet, and I want you to so slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. I want you to feel your hamstrings tightening, your belly tightening, your back stretching gently. And you restack, re-articulate, and realign yourself as you come up to standing. Take a moment right here. How do you feel? You feeling good? Inhale, the arms reach. Exhale and fold. Lift and lengthen on your inhale. Walk it forward into plank pose. That's it. Nice and strong in plank pose. We're going to roll to the right side. So go ahead, roll to the right. Take that left arm up to the sky. And in perfect form, just like we have been, we're going to wrap that left arm around behind the back. Press the hand into the body and open that left chest up. That's it. Maybe draw the head back a little bit. Feel the shoulder head move back. Lift your hips if you can. Lift your ribs if you can. Take one deep breath. And then release your left arm. And go ahead, lower down slowly. Yeah. I love how we get cheers on the hard stuff. It's so awesome. Make your way back to downward facing dog. And treat your down dog like a resting pose this time. Fingers are spread wide. Lift your hips high. Legs are strong. All right, here we go. Plank pose. Come forward on your in-breath. Roll over onto your left side. It's side plank. Stack your feet or put one foot in front of the other. Sweep that right arm up high and then wrap that right arm around behind your back. And just feel how using the arm against your body draws the shoulder head back. That's really nice. Breath is steady. Try to turn the gaze upward. Keep the heart open. Lift what you can. It takes mindfulness and consciousness to open here. When you're ready, release your right arm back to the mat and lower yourself down slowly. Inhale into cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. All right, last breath here. Push back. And then come forward if you would, please. Come to plank and lower down all the way onto your belly. So good. Turn your head to one side. Take a moment. All right, we're going to place our hands as if we were going to do cobra. And then I want you to pull them down a little bit so they're a little closer to your lowest ribs instead of under your shoulders. So pull the hands by your waist. Yeah, palms flat. And then draw the elbows in a little closer to your body. That's it. Pressing down into the tops of your feet. Go ahead and come into cobra. It's going to feel different. This is actually called locust pose. I want you to feel the collarbones widen. Feel the shoulder heads move back. Push into the heels of your hands. Hips are on the ground, so it's not up dog, it's locust. And then with whatever you've got, start to lift your legs from the mat. Yes, point your toes. So we're working equally in the upper and the lower body. Collarbones wide, back body strong. Gaze upward. There you go. One more breath, lift a little higher, and then release it back down. Very nice work. Take a deep breath in. Give me a little bit of an ah on the exhale. All right, let's turn it up a notch. Same thing. Start with that same exact positioning, and then I'm going to offer you an option. Once you come up, let's all come up into that same pose, and you may choose to stay right here. If you like this and this feels really strong, do it. But if you feel like you want to go a little bit further, take the arms out like wings. The legs are up off the floor. Yeah, collarbones wide. Reach through your fingers. Yes. Strong back body. Collarbones wide. Give me one more breath. Lift and lower. Very nice work. Turn your head to the other side and rest for a moment. Are you ready for the next one? So as always, we go back to that first option, the locust pose. Hands by the lower ribs, chest up, legs up. And if that's feeling good, you stay with that. If you like that feeling of sweeping the arms out wide, go for that. Some of you are happy there. Some of you are happy where you were. And some of you are still seeking more. It's just human nature. Let's take the arms forward. Reach biceps to the ears like Superman. Flying, soaring, reaching, lifting. Yep, palms face each other. Lift a little higher, the arms and the legs. Take a breath and release. Take a deep breath in, let it go. Now the hands are going to come under the shoulders and push back to child's pose. Should feel like a pretty happy moment. All right, just one more breath here. Soften that lower back. And then walk your hands in close to your knees so that you can come and stand on your knees. I want you to stand on your shins. We're going to come into a little series of back bends here. It's called camel pose. I want you to really press into the tops of your feet so you feel that the rest of you can rise up. There's this feeling of press down to rise up. You feel that? Starting to run out of juice. All right, so we're gonna press down into the shins, press into the tops of the feet. Put your hands on your hips for a moment, and then start to elongate and lift the chest up high. Pull the shoulders back. Right arm is gonna reach up to the sky, and left arm is gonna wrap around behind you. Press your forearm into your back, and pull that left shoulder back as you expand into your camel pose. See where you can take it. Be sensitive with yourself. Keep thinking about the heart space open. Yes, that left shoulder back. Oh my God, that looks so good. You're pushing down to rise up. Oh, I love what I see. I see lots of yoga happening. Lots of unfolding of the tissue. Whatever has been stuck in there, we're gonna let it go. Take one last breath and then return to standing on the knees. Place both hands down on the mat and let your head hang forward. Place your hands down. Tabletop pose, let your head hang forward. All right, let's take it to the other side. Walk your hands back. Bring your hands up onto your hips and build your foundation. Just like we've been doing throughout the practice, you're going to press down through the feet. Feel the roll of both of your feet, your legs, your hips. Expanding the collarbones and widening the chest. Start to lift the spine upward. Let's take the left arm and reach up high to the sky. And then wrap the right arm around behind your back. Keep that right chest open. And just explore, feeling that pose. Opening. Press down to rise up. Take it to your own full expression. Breathing. Steady. Enjoy one more breath right there. And then return to center. Bring your hands back to the floor. Hands on the mat. Release your head. Let it hang forward. I feel like I gotta slow this down. Let's take one more breath here. Go ahead and take a round of cat-cow, moving through a full range of motion in your spine, arching the back, look up. Exhale, belly to the spine, tuck the chin and the tailbone. Inhale again, lift the tailbone, lift the crown of your head. Exhale, round it out. And then one last one. Full range of motion. Exhale, round it out. Good, come to center, belly to the spine, and return to downward facing dog. give you the option here to stay in down dog for another breath or two, or take a full vinyasa, and we'll all come to a seated position. I felt like there was a frenzy happening in the speakers, and I couldn't compete with my voice. I had to slow it down. All right, so come to your most comfortable seated position. Put your hands in your lap. Close your eyes. Pay attention to your body for a moment. What kind of information is it giving you? My guess is that it's saying thank you. Thank you for taking care of me. Thank you for moving and stimulating all of my systems. There isn't one system in the body. We have 12 systems. There isn't one that you haven't touched in this practice. Your breath is flowing free right now, oxygenating every cell. And maybe because of all of the focus and all of the movement, the rest actually comes willingly. The stillness feels nice after all the movement. Some people aren't feeling as peaceful as we are right now. But we've all been there. We've all been that. So frustrated with not being heard. Whatever it is that is trying to be communicated is not clicking. Imagine if that was happening for you and you could stop and find this moment. You could stop and pause and breathe and acknowledge the feeling, the discomfort or the frustration. Acknowledge it, and then maybe find a better way to communicate. The breath brings us to the present moment. It brings us to a place of clarity so that we can choose to move forward differently, that we can actually willingly see ourselves and meet ourselves where we are. This moment right now is your practice for when that moment happens to you. We have to know what it feels like to just hit the pause button on our lives and be willing to look at where we are in the moment. The breath is your best tool to be in present time. Use it right now. Meet yourself exactly where you are. Notice the peacefulness. Notice that maybe there are even spaces between your thoughts. When we clear out the space, all that's left for us is possibility. So our movements in our body help us with our relationship to the past. And our breath helps us with our relationship with present time. And these few little moments that we have in meditation help us with our relationship for the future. Do we want to keep those same habitual patterns that somehow we feel stuck in? Or can we see something better? Being human, we all face the same challenges. We may have a different story. We may have a different role to play in our bodies. But we're all dealing with our past. We're all trying to get present. And I believe that we're all hopeful for our future. So know that everything we do here every Saturday, the movement, the breath, the stillness, it all has value. I want you to take one more deep breath right where you are. Just fill up, fill up, fill up. Good to be alive, filling up. Hold it. Hold full. Hold the abundance. And then just let it out so willingly, so easily. Just let it go. And as you let that go, just find your way onto your back. Go ahead and lay down. We're just going to do a couple more movements just to make sure that the body feels like it's come full circle. That we don't start a frenzy and leave it that way, that we actually pull it together. And as you lay down flat, just notice how good it feels. Let your head rest back. And then bend your knees and put the soles of your feet onto the floor. I want you to bring your arms in close to your body. And then push down into your arms and push down into your feet. And just very slowly on the inhale, lift your hips up. Just breathe in big, lift your hips up, and then exhale, roll down from your upper back first, then your middle back, then your lower back. Let's do that again. Inhale, come on up, bridge pose. This time I want you to bring your arms a little closer together, maybe even clasp them together. Press down and open those collarbones. Get a little more space out of your chest. Feel the shoulder heads move back. And we'll take one more breath there. Push down to rise up. And then open your arms, take the upper back down, then the middle back, and then the lower back. And now the third one, the best one. Come on up again. Press down, rise up. You can clasp your hands together. Let's make sure that our heels are directly under our knees, so maybe we can move our feet back, some of us, so we get a better solid footprint. You know, the foundation work that we've done the whole practice. Both feet have a roll here. We press down. The whole back body feels strong. That's really, really good. Last breath. Open the heart. Lift the collarbones. And then exhale. Take it down slowly. Upper back, middle back, lower back. Very good. Pull your knees into your belly. Give yourself a squeeze. A good squeeze. Rock a little bit side to side. And then I want you to open your knees kind of wide. Reach your arms in between your legs and grab onto your own heels or your ankles. And open up into happy baby pose. Try grabbing from the inside rather than the outer edges, yeah. And then notice, can you keep your tailbone down? And can you keep your collarbones wide? So that you're making space. That you're not just trying to yank yourself open, but you're just actually trying to make space. We're going to take 2 breaths here, that's all. As you finish that second exhale, just relax and let go of your feet. Put them back on the mat. I want you to take your heels and wiggle them out to the edges of the mat. Go wide. Not far away from you, but wide. Go to the edges of the mat. And then just let your knees drop in toward each other. They don't have to touch. Some of us have knees that touch easily. Some of us don't. It doesn't really matter. Just let the leg bones turn in. We've done a lot of turnout today. Your heels can be a little wider than your toes. So both knees are dropping in towards center. Just be still. Take your arms up over your head. Relax your arms on the floor. Heels wider than toes. This one's super simple, so don't make it complicated. We're just soothing the hip joint, that's all. Allowing the shoulder to feel free and supported. There's no muscle action here. Just balance. And we only have 2 more breaths, so just really embrace it. Feel the breathing moving through your body. And then you can open those knees up and lift your feet from the floor. Draw them in toward the belly one last time. And we're going to take a gentle spinal twist to the right, so both knees go to the right side. You can open your arms wide and turn and look out to the left. And don't be afraid to let your legs go all the way. And again, not a lot of time here, just 2 breaths. As you complete this exhale, start to make your way around to the other side. Chest wide open. Eyes soft, lips soft, jaw soft. And when you're ready, start to bring those knees right back up to center. Once your back is flat, release your legs all the way down the mat. Take your arms down by your sides. And allow yourself a few moments of what we call Shavasana. It's your final resting pose. Just allow yourself to feel the mat beneath you. And just allow yourself to be still. Start to use your breath so you bring yourself into present time. Feel the breath as it happens. And as you reorient yourself in that present time, I want you to find your way to seated. And you can sit any way that you like. Let's bring our hands together at our hearts. And if you press them just a little bit, you'll feel the collarbones widen and you'll feel your shoulders move back. And I know you're not going to walk around town today with your hands in prayer, But every once in a while, as you move through your day, as you move through the rest of your weekend, maybe you could think about your collarbones lifting and your shoulders moving back. Maybe you walk a little taller. Maybe you have a few moments where you come back into present time and you feel yourself breathing. And if you're able to do those two simple things, just lift your heart and breathe a little deeper, you'll actually find yourself fully living your life in those moments. We so often let our hearts sink and our shoulders roll in. We forget about our breath and we get wrapped up in the story that we live in our heads. And when we do that, we miss our lives. We miss the vibrant, amazing, beautiful, abundant, privileged lives that we have here in this country, in this beautiful city of Boca Raton. Let us not waste a moment. We don't really know what tomorrow brings. The future could be very bright, and it also could be touched with tragedy. And so all we ever really have is right now. Let's not waste it. Let's close the practice together with the sacred sound of Om. It's a way of raising your own vibration, and I'm going to ask you guys to carry it for me because there's no way I'm oming into this microphone. So I'm going to ask you to, with everything you've got, do it for me today. I want you to take a deep breath in and give me the biggest, best Om you've ever done in your whole life. When you're ready, go for it. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. May each of us always find a little glimpse of peace from this practice and then find some way to cultivate it in our lives and bring it out into the world. Namaste. 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 Namaste to everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my goodness. All right, so you know the story. When class is over, I need everybody to sign in. So if the clipboards are near you, bring them front and center for me. I have magnets, I have schedules, I have information about how to tune into this practice live. If you're ever not here, you want to share the link with a friend. Oh, thank you so much. I actually feel better. Just being around all of you makes me feel better. Okay, here you go. Here's some passes. I have teacher training brochures for this summer's program. Today I have a level 2 yin yoga training. So if you are already teaching yin yoga, if you took my level 1 training and you're interested in going a little bit deeper, I still have some spaces today. And coming up on April 7th, I'm going to have enhanced touch corrections for teachers. So how to do touch with your students. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Yeah, come on up, sign in, grab whatever information you need. And thank you for coming. That's the schedule. This is the schedule, yes, at the studio. And a pass, if you've never been to the studio, come be my guest. That's a magnet for your car. I'd be proud that you're a yoga journey person, yeah. We have a new logo. Yeah, so if you don't have the new logo magnet on your car, come and get one. Passes for the studio. You've been to the studio. Oh, wow. So yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, drive around proudly. Here's the schedule. Thank you so much. And a magnet. Yeah, exactly. It's like tells the world you do yoga. Oh, awesome. Yay. A schedule, sure. And the schedule is also online at yogajourney.com. Here's a pass for the studio.